We were really looking for a partner that could provide us with that security of long-term capital so that we could pursue our ambition to give every child the best start in life. We really wanted somebody that had a sense of social good as well as a sense of building returns for stakeholders. Teachers ticked all of those boxes.
As a pension plan, we believe one of the best ways to ensure steady returns over decades is to invest in the well-being and education of the next generation. In 2013, Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan purchased a majority stake in Busy Bees, a UK-based early education provider. We were not only interested in the enormous growth potential of the business, but also in the relentless focus on safety and quality exhibited in the company's many years of excellent service. We sat down with Simon Irons, Group Chief Executive Officer of Busy Bees, and Marg Randles, Co-founder and Chief Academic Officer of Busy Bees, to discuss how they retained their vision for the business throughout rapid expansion.
Marg, Simon, thank you for taking the time to do an interview with us today. Maybe you could start off by telling us about the origins of Busy Bees.
So the first Busy Bees nursery was opened in 1984. I first met the business in 1988. Busy Bees was a well-established business. I think at the time we had something in the order of 230 centres. But we had a team, Marg and myself included, that had been frustrated by the stop-start nature of the investment partnerships that we'd had over the years.
As one of the original founders, it was really important to us that we were aligned with anybody who was going to have a partnership with the company. We'd had some bad experiences and we really wanted this to be right, and we did our homework. We really looked into teachers, and we did actually notice that they'd had some investments that were longer than the normal 3 to 5 years that you usually see with investors. I think once we got talking to them as well, it was very, very clear that we were aligned in terms of quality, reputation, safeguarding, all of those things that make us the best in town, really. And we couldn't work with anybody who didn't sort of put the quality and the children first, and very clearly Ontario Teachers did.
Each nursery is unique to parents, unique to our customers. We know that even as a global organisation with a large number of nurseries, the parents really only care about the one nursery that they're placing their child within. So all the rest of the estate doesn't really matter to that parent. Every single interaction with the parents has to then be unique. It has to be an individual and a personal experience for those parents and that child.
And with Busy Bees, Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan didn't only see strong value alignment, they saw a brand with global ambitions.
We had international ambitions. We, at this point, built the business up to being the largest, we think, best childcare provider in the UK. We felt that we had something here that we could take onto a global stage, and Teachers, with its multiple offices and its capital base, was a good partner to go out on that adventure with.
Somebody once said to me, never be ashamed of making money. And that's always been a difficult thing in childcare. But he was absolutely right, because if you don't make money, you can't invest in your business, you can't provide high quality childcare and education across the world for more children.
Were there any particular capabilities or value add that Teachers brought to the table in terms of M&A, international expansion?
In terms of internationalising and making our first acquisition in Singapore, the teacher side were right there alongside me. We carried out the diligence as a team between the shareholders and the management team, the senior management team.
And that acquisition in Singapore was only the beginning. The Busy Bees' reputation for excellence and sterling commitment to quality, combined with backing and guidance from Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan, provided a winning combination when it came to expansion into new markets.
We're in 10 countries as of today, and I think we have 910 centres. If you rewind 9 years, that was one country and about 230 30 or so centres. So we've really come a long way under teachers' ownership. But we were pretty pleased when we first managed to get some centres in Scotland. We felt truly international when we actually stepped over the border. But the business back then was very UK-centric, which is a disadvantage. I mean, one of the joys of our business now and the joys of working with an international team that's in Australia, that's in Canada, that's in Singapore, that is in many places, is we're able to learn from our colleagues all around the world.
When I joined, we were still kind of UK-wise. However, we've grown. I think as part of the Busy Bees team, it's been amazing because it's meant there's more and more opportunities. A few years ago, we did talent exchange programs, so some of our UK-based teams swapped with teams in different countries, so some went to Singapore, Malaysia, places like that, and to learn their culture and to learn the way that they teach children and to be able to bring back knowledge, and the same for them to kind of impart and share wisdoms. It's just amazing to have those opportunities, I think.
As Busy Bees and Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan partnered through this expansion, a shared focus on good governance and social responsibility began to pay off in a number of important ways.
I think that Ontario teachers have been incredibly supportive. They have pretty much left us to get on with the day-to-day, but have helped us to grow up as a business as well, which has been absolutely amazing. Sometimes they encourage us to do things that perhaps we would not necessarily have done ourselves. Guided us, supported us, and made us feel comfortable about doing some of those things. And sometimes they've even expected us to spend more money on doing the right thing and doing things that perhaps we wouldn't have spent money on. And that has been incredibly advantageous to us as a business. The ESG, we played around with it. We didn't really focus on it, and this is one of the things I think that Ontario teachers tasked us to look at, and were supportive in that.
Right from the day zero, we set out with a social purpose in mind. It's empowering for women. It's predominantly a female business. It also provides economic empowerment for mothers that want to continue with their career. I remember going to a teachers' conference and listening to the 30 things that teachers look for in their investee companies, and that was a real guide to me to say, well, actually we do about 15 of these things well. The other 15 things we have to fix, and that involved making a hire of a general counsel, putting in a whole load of policies and procedures.
There's no better intrinsic motivator, is there, than knowing that you get out of bed every day and the job that you do has a positive impact on other people. And as we get bigger and there's more and more of those other people around the world, it feels fantastic.
So what's next for Busy Bees?
What's next for Busy Bees? We've had additional investment to acquire the Southeast Asian businesses. There's been follow-on capital to acquire a business called Treetops in the UK. We want to continue to grow. Our Greenfield programme has proved to be extremely successful. You build what you want rather than buying something that somebody else created and then have to wrestle it into the shape that you want. And that's been enormously successful. So I think we will be switching and be doing more Greenfield in the next 10 years than M&A.
I think Busy Bees has been able to maintain its core values because we choose the right partners, we choose the correct management teams that are aligned with our vision and what we want for children and how we want children to be treated and educated and given the best start in life. And that is very important to us and to Ontario teachers.
Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan. Investing to make a mark.